It's the Pint Size Podcast with PSP Karl Page, the Beef, Charlie Begley, and the Casper, Sam Jefferson. Let's go.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 2, series 1 of the Pint Size Podcast. I'm joined again via Zoom with Sam Casper Jefferson.
Good evening.
And Beefo Charlie Begley.
Good evening.
Good evening, the fat kid.
Nice way to start, as always.
Beef, were you snacking just before we started?
There were some chili heatwave Doritos flying about.
Oh, we've seen it on the Zoom.
Any Dominoes?
No Dominoes.
I'll tell you what, I had a Dominoes on the weekend. 50% off. Fat.
I've just had a Mackey's.
Fat.
Oh, I'll tell you what,
double quarter pounder with cheese.
Some diet camp we are. If we want to,
some serious diet on the podcast.
Oh yeah, diets are going super for the boys.
Like the fat fighters. So, how are we both, Casper?
Terrible.
Been up too much since we last spoke?
Probably crying a lot as we will get into the podcast because all my teams lost. So it wasn't a good weekend for me, and I'm sure Beef's going to remind me of it. So not looking forward to this one, unfortunately.
Just to mention to your other half, good evening, Emily, if you're listening.
Hi there, Emily. Nice to see you tuning in again. How are you?
She had a listen last week. She's like, do you like the sound of your own voice? Does it put you off? And I was like,
puts me off.
But you're fat.
We have had a couple of requests for the story about how you two met.
I
wonder if that's available.
We're going down this route again. Shit, I just want to give a quick
all I would say is I really, really hope that you last for a long time. That's what I hope for you. Charlie, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, mate. How are you?
Yeah, really good, thanks. Really good. Nice. So we'll get started with the subjects for the evening. First up, we've got the ultimate pool last night, which David McNamara managed to get through. Yep. Did you watch it?
I watched most of it.
I didn't watch much of it, but I did see a couple of. I saw the golden break and.
Oh, it's horrible.
And just this, where I think the rules are awful is where was it Deej had an absolute slap.
Yeah, basically Deej tried. I think he tried cutting a ball in. No, he tried playing a yellow off a red in the corner to open his other red up, and it went horribly wrong. He potted Craig Lakin. He potted his other ball, and left him absolutely nothing. And basically, Craig had to try and have a go at almost an impossible pot, and left Deej to go 3-0 with 35 seconds left. And
any other rules set, Craig Lakin would have won, wouldn't he?
Black ball, you get a foul ball in hand.
So that's where I think the rules are awful. And looking on Facebook last night, a lot of the people just think they're a load of rubbish. Yeah. And I tend to agree with that. Yeah, I can't see it ever catching on with that rule. It's pathetic. Obviously, the golden break rule is good for TV.
Yeah, but again, you imagine how sick you feel. 3-3.
Well, there's no skill involved in it, but it obviously makes for good watching. But
35 seconds left. The only way he can win the match is by getting a golden break, and he's put the plaque in the middle. Yeah. Horrible.
Disgusting. Yeah. That's all I've got to say on that. Really,
it happened to him again for the game after against Karl Page, another black one in. Must be sat there feeling sick, but yeah, Deej looked like he played well. I know he had a problem with his shoulder, didn't he? So I remember they're saying on commentary.
He did have an op, didn't he?
Yeah. So he done well to not an easy group at all. So he done well to come through that and join a pretty solid lineup in the last 8, I think it is.
Well, that's really all I've got to say about the pool. What about the doubles that we've entered, Beef? Myself and Charlie have entered.
Fat Fighters double. Burger off, was it? Or something
Luke Vinnicum's Aussie Rules doubles comp. We've drawn Shane Thompson
and Luke,
and Luke Vinnicum in the first round. So we are soup.
No, we're not. No,
but we have got a handicap.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll come through. So moving on from pool, not a lot been going on. So we'll move on to Frank Lampard sacking.
Yeah. Well, we discussed it last week, didn't we, on the podcast? We said, who do you think was going to go?
I don't think any of us said. Well, I thought Steve Bruce would be.
The odds were even, weren't they? They were both, I think, 6-4 off the top of my head. Both Bruce and Lampard, and obviously that final loss has put the nail in the coffin for old Fat Frank.
I do feel a bit sorry for him. Yeah. I think if you take on a manager with only 1 year's experience in the Championship, you've got to give the guy time. Yeah. So I think he's been harshly treated. Obviously, he's made a lot of new signings, spent a lot of money, when you spend that amount of money, they expect results straight away. But I still think it would have given him a bit of time. So I think some of the signings will come good. I think Timo Werner's going to come good.
Really?
I do
German
think
manager.
I think if you actually watch, obviously he's got no confidence in front of goal at the moment. But if you actually watch him play, his movement and his work rate and his build-up play is always, I think it's always brilliant.
Tuchel's in now, isn't he? Is that his name? Thomas Tuchel? Is he
Yeah,
confirmed? Is he?
ex-PSG manager. I don't know if it's officially confirmed, but
not yet.
it's,
No, but it's looking.
It's as certain as Beef's going to have a Domino's when he gets
Brilliant.
home. That's for sure.
Brilliant.
It's a very odd one. No, I was just there was an interesting stat I saw today that he's actually got the worst win percentage under Abramovich so far. So even after it was
well, I think he done
Villas-Boas who had a terrible run.
Considering that they had a transfer ban, I think he done very well in his first season. Brought all the young kids through. Obviously, they've not had a great season, but the Premier League is very tight, and the top 8 is very tight. 3 or 4 wins in a row, and you move up into the top 4. So I personally would have given him a bit more time, also just because of his affiliation with the club. But so my opinion is it's harsh.
What's Beef's thoughts?
I think giving him however much he spent, 200 million they give him to spend, something like that, and he spent it all, and then giving him 6 to 8 months to try and get used to the team and get them all to gel together. I think it's a bit harsh. Obviously, Frank being a big part of Chelsea, I thought they might give him a bit more time, a bit more respect. But I saw a thing on, I think it was on BT Sport. Someone and Ferdinand said if they had the fans in, if there was fans in there, I think they would have given him a bit more time because the fans obviously love Frank.
Yeah,
having no fans makes obviously quite a big difference.
The fans of almost everyone Chelsea fan that I know and don't know seem to be upset about it.
Yeah.
And I think a few of the signings like Havertz haven't really come off at all, and Werner started all right, but doesn't look very confident in front of goal. I think Ziyech is going to be. He looks a very good player. Yeah. I think he's struggled with injuries.
Yeah.
Thiago Silva's getting on, but has done all right. I personally would have given him a bit more time, but
I also think Kepa is going to come good soon. I think
yeah,
Tuchel's
he
going to start
let
Kepa.
another howler against Luton at
There's
the weekend.
confidence, and I think if Tuchel starts playing him, I think he's a very good keeper.
Well,
he's not a bad shot stopper, I don't think, Kepa, but he's
but
lost all of his
that's the bare
confidence.
minimum you expect from a goalkeeper.
Well,
You spend that much money.
That's a fair point there, Carlos, to be fair. But
Every keeper should be able to stop the shots.
even
I think
Beef.
Yeah,
I don't know
have
if you
you
heard the
seen the
stories.
video of Beef flying across the goal at the county ground like a cat?
Beef, that will be available on Facebook, will it? For
It
any
will be. Yeah.
fans?
I will put it in the comments.
So there is some breaking
Fact.
news regarding this. Thomas Tuchel will take Chelsea training at 6 p.m. So it looks like that has been officially
Sealed.
confirmed.
Delivered.
Um,
Interesting one though, but talking about sackings, when's your boy going to get sacked? Old 21-28 Steve Bruce himself.
Tomorrow morning,
If he gets
it could be if we get beat by Leeds tonight.
Wednesday
Leeds.
morning.
Live on
At
BT
home.
Sport, 6 p.m. Everyone. I do feel a bit sorry for Steve Bruce, but I just don't think he's ever, even with money, I wouldn't think to trust him to take the club.
It's a terrible club to be on. With your ownership,
I do feel sorry for him. I think he's getting a lot of unnecessary stick. The team is poor. He spent a little bit of money, but whether he was bringing those players in or whether somebody else brought them in, I don't know. I imagine
bring back Benitez.
I imagine people above him are bringing the players in and not himself.
Oh yeah, there's
We
some of
actually
that
did
going
spend
on.
a bit of money in the last season and a bit,
Yeah,
but we just spent it badly.
Wow.
39 million on Joe Linton,
Joe Linton was
21
terrible,
on
but
20 or 21 on Almiron, who looks decent at times.
Yeah,
but
he's hit and miss, and he's very
yeah,
flair.
Callum
player.
Wilson's been a decent signing.
Obviously, Callum Wilson. Ryan Fraser hasn't done. I know he's a free, but he hasn't done too much since he's been there.
Well, he's
has
been
he?
injured a lot, and then he got sent off after 40 minutes against Sheffield United.
How
I
you
think
getting
the
on?
Sheffield United game was a game that the fans got really pissed off by because they were bottom of the league, not won a game all season, and we went with a really defensive setup.
You looked good the other week when you played Arsenal. That first half, though. So
Yeah, in the FA Cup, we played all right. It was 0-0 after 90 minutes, and then we got beat 2-0 in extra time. But I don't think he's got long left anyway, is the answer to your question.
no, but again, it's the classic old. Who'd you bring in? I don't know really.
Well,
Rafa's free, isn't he?
Wow.
Who?
Rafa been in.
Well,
he's
yeah,
free,
Rafa
isn't he?
left
Rafa
his
ain't going
Chinese
back.
team the other.
He is not
Yeah,
going back.
Surely he can't go
But
back again.
He got
the,
out.
the reason
Rafa
he
done-
left was because of the issues at the club, and the issues are probably even worse now than when he left. So, unless there's a guarantee of a Saudi takeover and that he's going to have money to spend, then there's no chance he's going to come back.
No, I'd agree. I'd avoid that job if I was a player.
Lampard for Newcastle.
Wow. Yeah, well, he's going Man City this season, isn't he? Pep Guardiola was
Yeah, I
offering
see
him a
something
job,
about
so
that.
he's going to be the new kit man for just get him, shine him at the boots. That's probably all he's good for, Fat Frank. No, I just well, you got other teams like Steven Gerrard, who's had a fair crack at it, bringing it back to the full circle to Lampard. He has had a fair crack. It took him a season or two to get Rangers where they are now, and look at them now. I know it's a different league, and Celtic are terrible.
You cannot compare Rangers to
not to Chelsea. I'm not saying
Chelsea.
that, but I'm just saying he's had the time. I mean, look at Rooney at Derby now. I mean, they're not exactly on form, but they're going to give him the time to have it.
He has turned the results around though. They're under much better form. They won the other night, didn't they?
Yeah.
They've only just paid December's wages, haven't they, Derby?
Yeah,
I think they
there
beat
is.
Bournemouth and won away at QPR, so they've definitely turned it around. They did get beat at home by Rotherham as well, though, I think 1-0. But yeah,
Up the trolls.
shall we?
Yeah,
move
but that's all you can say about Fat Frank.
I think I might know what will be
Unfortunately.
next.
Oh, I don't know. We'll skip the next one.
Next on my list is FA Cup fourth round.
Oh.
Mainly Man United 3, Liverpool 2.
How are
I must have
you
missed that one.
getting on?
Just to remind
there?
everyone, Casper is a Liverpool fan and Charlie is a Man United fan. So
I'm actually a
who
Swindon
wants to
fan.
go first on this one?
All I would say is Bruno doesn't turn up in the big games, Casper. That's all I would say, mate, really.
Just against the small teams.
It came to bite me in the arse a little bit, didn't it? That was a class free kick, you got to say.
He is top dollar.
I just had a quick look at the stats. Everything's the same as well. It's not even like we dominated. All the shots were the same. On targets the same. We had more possession, but you'd expect that with Liverpool.
Yeah.
And
It was
United
actually a really
want to
good
be on
game.
the counter.
It
was a good game.
It was nice to actually sit down and watch Man U Liverpool. A few big tackles flew in and actually end-to-end game football.
It was a lot better than the Premier League
definitely.
game for sure. That was absolute garbage. I mean, who wants to watch that? But no, it was a good game. At least we scored, Salah scored, and anyway, we don't care about the FA Cup. It doesn't matter. It was Mickey Mouse Trophy anyway.
I think for Liverpool fans, it was a bit more promising. They actually looked like they were going to score. Obviously, scored a couple of goals. Salah will be a bit more confident, but Firmino still absolutely awful.
Third.
It's just clubs coming out saying that we're not going to spend any money really. It's just like what are we doing? What are our owners?
How far is Jota away from?
Still a month or two, I think.
So
but what are our owners doing? We've won the Champions League. We've won the Premier League. Like we've got all this money coming in. We're selling players. You know, we've got big capital money back on some of the players we've sold, and we can't even spend 20 million. Like, what's going on? Can we just get anyone half decent?
Problem is
in January.
In January, it becomes very difficult to sign top players. I think.
Wow.
Because
I'm not asking for anyone top.
The best teams don't want to sell their best players halfway through a season.
I don't know what I'm asking for.
Joel Linton's available.
Well, Bruno was signed in January, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And look at him. Absolute master. He is the best player in the Prem at the moment.
Wow. Now KDB's injured, you'd probably agree with that. But
no, in current form-wise, he's best.
I think Karl Darlow's probably going to
oh, Jesus. Karl Darlow, what a keeper.
He'll be flipping burgers in a couple of weeks, I'll tell you.
Ahead of all the top of all the stats in the goalkeeping department.
Yeah, well, when you take on 10 times as many shots as any other team in the Premier League, you're going to be top.
Well, yeah.
Even Beef would be top of the stats.
Beef would fill the goal, no danger.
Beef's
no, but Liverpool, rubbish. United, they deserve the win. I think, like you said, it was a good game, but could have gone either way. But it is what it is. It's not our year this year. It's not our year. It's our year.
So, any other games that caught your eye? Cheltenham Man City was a good game.
Obviously, the other big result was Southampton beating Arsenal 1-0. That was a good result for, and they're playing tonight as well.
I think Southampton will win tonight as well. Aubameyang's out with personal issues.
He's got a lot of personal issues. With that
Southampton and Arsenal playing tonight.
Yeah,
in the league. And then
Cheltenham were 1-0 up after 80 minutes against Man City.
Yeah, then just Man City
would have been one of the biggest shocks ever. That.
Same with Wickham, weren't they? They were winning 1-0.
Yeah, Tottenham just
smashed them.
Could not score and then smashed him 3 in the last 5 minutes.
The only one that was maybe not a surprise, but a little bit, was Fulham Burnley getting rolled over 3-0.
Yeah,
Fulham
Premier League clash.
Fulham could have done with a win there just to keep the momentum going, just trying to get some momentum going for them. But Burnley 3-0. They're not exactly a big goal scoring team, are they, Burnley? So 3-0 is quite a...
I don't think there were any shocks really, were there? Normally you get 1 or 2. Most Premier League teams, I think, everyone that was expected to get through did. A few had a few scrapes like Tottenham and Man City.
Tammy Abraham hat-trick.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a... I think he's a good striker.
That's
Tammy.
Chelsea's problem is they don't know who their best striker is.
Giroud.
1 week they got Giroud scoring, and then then it's Tammy, then it's Werner.
But they play Werner out on the... I just think they've got to play him down the middle.
They have changed, but I don't know. Chelsea have got... They've got a good team, good squad, but I just don't think they've got world class in that squad. Who shouts out to world class to you in that squad?
I thought it would be.
I still think Werner will be a very good player. His all round.
Yeah.
Every time I watch Chelsea, his all round play, his movement's unbelievable for a striker.
When you think Chelsea is the first player you think of?
I don't really.
As in ever?
That's what I mean. That's the point.
They miss like a Hazard type
oh
player.
yeah, that's what they need. Look, obviously,
magical player.
Yeah.
Man United, you've got Bruno and you've got Marcus. Liverpool, you've got Salah, Mane. Man City,
got John Joe Shelvey.
Newcastle, absolutely tin pot. Man City, you got KDB. Obviously, Aguero's not there, but Sterling. You just got Arsenal. Even you can say with Arsenal,
Phil Foden now is incredible player.
Get that man.
He's carrying Man City basically at the moment. He's their best player all of the time.
He doesn't get more games. Guardiola.
De Bruyne's out now for a month or so.
He's going to get a few more games now. De Bruyne is now injured for 6 weeks.
I think Pep does really trust him now. I think he'll be.
Well,
if he's not starting for England in the Euros, then
I give up. I give up with Southgate as
well. He'll play eight defensive players.
Exactly. He'll play
Eric Dyer,
Declan Rice, Eric Dyer, all of them, all in the
Henderson,
Mason Mount captain.
All of our
madness.
We've got so many. We're absolutely blessed with attacking players in that position where Grealish, James Maddison,
so many,
Phil Foden, even Mason Mount's not.
He's not bad.
But he's probably fourth down on that list.
Yeah.
But if Phil Foden's not, and Grealish, Grealish just wants the ball all the time.
Yeah.
And then you got your Rashfords, you got your Sancho. Well, Sancho's not great. Greenwood, if he gets back in form, he's not had a great season this year, has he? But you've got players there. Obviously, you've got big man Kane up top.
Yeah, Kane's class.
Goals, Sterling. You've got goals all over the shop if you want it, but you've
got to try and accommodate as many of those players as you can.
Yeah,
because that's our strength. Because we're awful at the back.
I don't know why we try and we got to outscore teams. Our best for England, our best players are up front in attacking positions, not defensively. Just try and beat a team 4-2. Who cares about conceding? We can't.
Fans just want to see as many of those players on the pitch as possible. Even when we play at home in the qualifying, we play at home to Andorra or something like that. He'll still play Rice and Dyer or Henderson.
It's just like what we're doing.
Pathetic.
Yeah. Just get going. If we play attacking football, we'll be a lot more of these teams. We'll be top five team in the world. Easy.
I'd rather
our attacking players.
I'd be much happier lose and have a go than lose and have people like Dyer on the pitch.
It's just pathetic.
At least it'd be exciting to watch.
That's what frustrates a lot of England fans, isn't it? But no, just bringing it back to the Premier League. I think this is a big 6 weeks for everyone in the Premier League, especially Man City. If Man City get through this, still even say 5 points off the top, 3 points off the top. If they're up there when KDB's back, the league's over. Man City have won. But if they fall away, it gives everyone another chance. But the way they're playing at the moment,
I just think they've got so much class even without De Bruyne.
I agree.
He's an absolute class player, but I think they've got more than enough to cover him for a month and still win the games.
Well, I personally think Man United will still win the league.
All the best.
Do you actually think that?
Yes, I genuinely think Man United are going to win the league.
Mental.
Absolutely.
Tell me why I'm mental.
Because they are.
Man City are almost nailed on now.
Man
United will.
I'm just going to have a look
will
at
be thereabouts, but
fixtures.
Don't think
Man United have got Sheffield United next.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good side they are.
Yeah, top side, yeah.
So Man City's next fixtures are wow.
People like
pretty sure it's pretty
Martial,
tough for Man City.
Rashford are just inconsistent.
I'm pretty sure I saw something. I might be Liverpool got a few tough fixtures.
So
Liverpool, Man City got.
City have got West Brom tonight, and then they've
Liverpool got Spurs this week.
Sheffield. Spurs are tin pot.
Tomorrow.
Sheffield United,
Thursday.
Burnley, then Liverpool, then Tottenham, then Arsenal, and that's when KDB is going to be coming back.
Are Liverpool
probably
away
for
to
Arsenal.
Spurs this week?
I
they
have
are.
actually no idea. I don't care about Liverpool Football Club.
How is your home record getting on Liverpool?
How's your 3-year unbeaten run going?
3.5. Just enjoy it, Ashley Barnes, really, isn't it?
We're away to Tottenham.
Top team, Burnley. Like the Sean Dyche. I think Tottenham will win that.
What? Against Liverpool? That'd be the best day of my life. I love when
Pathetic.
Liverpool get beat.
Pathetic statements.
Well, I think we're done on that subject, so let's...
Yeah, but anyway, big 6 weeks for City. That's all I'm going to say.
I think the consensus is City's to
City's
lose now.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Just a quick mention on Scottish football for any Scottish people listening.
Rangers.
Rangers, yeah.
Win. End of. See you later.
Will they go the whole season undefeated?
I'm guessing they still got to play Celtic again, yeah.
Yeah, probably about 6 more times in the Scottish League.
I mean, I'd hope so, just because of the Gerrard factor. But it'll be interesting to see how they go in the Europa League more than the league. The Scottish League is so terrible. I mean,
they've done well in the Europa. Normally, the Scottish teams really struggle to get through the group stages in both
as well.
Yeah.
Benfica, didn't they beat away or drew?
They've got
away?
an incredible defensive record. I think they've conceded 1 goal at home all season, and about 5 or 6 total in the league. That is. So they just don't. The league's over now. It's whether they can go undefeated. Really, that's about the only. Obviously, you got some quality teams in that league. You got your Livingstons and
Motherwells,
Hearts,
Ross County are a top side.
Absolutely great team.
My new favourite team, Queen of the South, great team.
Yeah, top side there.
The Championship, I think. But
Scottish football is just fantastic.
Filled with talent.
So yeah, that 20 seconds is about probably 10 seconds too much for Scottish football.
I think that was to just prove a point how piss poor Scottish football is. But anyway.
So we'll move on to the cricket, Casper.
Now we're talking.
Now
we're talking.
Beef, so,
what's your thoughts?
Yeah, well, Kevin Anderson done really well this week.
Kevin Anderson.
That's tennis.
That's tennis again. So England, Sri Lanka. England have just won the series 2-0. It was a good test match, actually.
It was.
England were a
little bit behind.
A few behind. Angelo Matthews had a ton in the first innings for Sri Lanka. England finished about 60 odd behind after Root's
40, just under 40 behind.
186. Root had, I think, first innings for us.
Yeah, obviously in the first innings, Anderson getting a 6 for us.
Incredible, considering the wicket is an absolute road for a fast bowler.
He 29 overs as well. Put a lot of tear and wear and tear into the body, but he was phenomenal.
That's I'm going for a fast bowler in those conditions.
And then, like you say, Root with 186 second. Butler had a nice little innings. I'll tell you what, the Rabbit, as I like to call him, he's coming in some good form in Test cricket. Yeah, he's an absolute deer.
He played well second innings as well.
He did.
He showed 40 odd not out.
He's played a good couple of series, but then as soon as he starts getting the form, he's dropped for India. He's not playing.
They're resting people because they're sending Bairstow back as well.
Bairstow, which again I
Bairstow
don't know.
Had another good.
Yeah, I don't know why they're sending Bairstow back because he knows that he's played a lot of IPL cricket. He knows how to play on them wickets. He should be playing. He's a good player of spin anyway. He should be playing.
I like Bairstow.
He should be playing. I don't like him in hard pitches like in South Africa or Australia. He's not good against the quicks, but spin bowling, he's arguably him and Root are the best two against spin.
The selectors seem to be going with they're just rotating everyone rather than playing the best team. And on the debate with Nasser and Mike Atherton the other day, Nasser was saying that he just thinks if he was captain, he'd want to have the best team out all the time. He knows it's difficult because obviously they're travelling the world and they're just sat in hotels because of COVID. But
yeah, you can't be doing that in these conditions. They're all playing. Obviously, they've just played IPL cricket. Some have gone and played the Big Bash. They're always in this bubble wherever they go. I think they do need to get some time at home. But I agree for the big series like India. If I'm an England player, I want to play.
Yeah.
I want to play. sod resting.
We're going to really struggle even with our first team out there.
Oh, 100% in
Because
India.
they're spinners.
They've just
Ashwin
beat
and
Australia and
Jadeja.
Australia as well.
Yeah.
So they're
We're really-
flying.
We're going to struggle because we haven't got any. Although the spinners took wickets in Sri Lanka, our spinners aren't top spinners.
No, not at all.
They'll probably hold an end up. They might take some wickets, but they're not in Ashwins or Jadejas or whoever else they've got in their league.
Washington Sanju or something like that. I can't remember how to pronounce his second name. But Leach and Bess are not exactly world
And I
class
think
spinners at all.
Our inexperienced players like Sibley and Crawley and Lawrence are probably going to struggle against that.
I mean, we just looking at our batting lineup in that test, though. I mean, Sam Curran coming in at 7, is not what you want. You want him coming in at 8. I mean, Don Best can't. Well, he can hold a bat, and then Mark Wood, Jack Leach, and James Anderson. None of them can hold a bat. We've got to be.
Curran's better down the order. He can score you quick runs. He can
whack
definitely
a few.
bat, but he's not one to be coming in at 7.
No, but Stokes coming back into the team. Obviously, that's a big plus.
Massive.
Rory Burns is coming back in, so it obviously hasn't had a lot of cricket since his injury, but it just means if him and Sibley can get a partnership going and bring Crawley in at 3, Root stays at 4. Root has to play 4. He can't. I'm giving up with him trying to play 3.
I think Lawrence will probably miss out when he.
Stokes will come back in.
Comes back in.
Obviously, Ollie Pope still. I don't know if he's coming back in this series or not, but Ollie Pope. So we have got bat in there. But great. Was it 5 series? First time in 80 odd years we've won 5.
So over 100 since 1914.
1914.
First time we won 5 Test matches in a row away. So yeah, great achievement.
They're doing something right.
Yes. So Beef, any input on the cricket?
Yeah, well, I'm just looking here and I can see Zach Crawley. He had 35 runs. And he averaged an 8.75 score. So, yeah, really good from Zach Crawley, really.
That's a great average.
Johnny Bairstow, 139 runs and a 46.33 average. I think that's really good.
That is pretty good.
Beef, what would you be batting at these conditions? What would you?
400 odd or something like that.
Oh, right, yeah, no danger.
Beef would be first slip. Hacking
Cornwall.
Yeah, brilliant.
Cornwall. Shout out Cornwall. Royston. We need to get partner. Shout out partner for the cricket, but we need
Partner
our
likes his cricket, does he?
foreign correspondent for the Indian cricket tour. I think we'll get partner involved for that. He loves
What's
cricket.
partner been up to at the moment?
I don't know. He was very drunk on Friday. That's something I do know.
I've not received any applications into PSP loans for a while.
No slips.
No slips. I think the underwriters have got rid of him off the system now.
Poor partner. No, I haven't seen him obviously because of all this, but I haven't really spoke to him to be fair. But he'll be just loving life, Arsenal Football Club and all that.
Yeah. I've spoke to the shooter a few times this week.
Oh, have you?
Compulsive. Yeah. Yeah. We've had a few text message exchanges.
How is the Compulse?
He's all right. Yeah, just as usual.
Beef's best mate. The Compulse.
Said he's a bit bored at home,
right.
watching too much TV.
Getting fat.
Nah, he said he put on weight actually, but he's lost a lot. He said he lost it all now. So yeah.
At the Compulse.
At the Compulse, if you're listening.
I need to go. Well, me and him, we've my new golf partner. So
when you go and double dating with him, then.
When we can, mate. It'd be just be nice to have the opportunity with all this. I just want it to end. It's grating in it, but
yeah,
here's what it is.
Hopefully you
need a katsu curry.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Katsu curry and arms. Just a quick message from Mr. Cuts while we're...
yeah, brilliant. Here we go.
Just a quick sponsor message.
This is the Mr. Cuts section.
Yeah, this is a shout out to Beef's hairdresser, Mr. Cuts. He's the
Beef's got the hat on again
top
this
hatchet
week.
man in the town. Beef's got a bobble hat on inside for some reason, and incredible. Looks like he's got a microphone on his head.
Thick.
Yeah, Mr. Cuts.
The one thing you do have in your favour, Beef, is you won't be going bald anytime soon.
Yeah, well, I just enjoy it really. Just got a crack hairline.
So yeah, Mr. Cuts, if you're listening,
yeah, Mr. Cuts.
Just a shout out to you. Charlie just said he can't wait to come back and have a wonky fringe or anything taken out. But other than that,
skin fade, £15, all the best.
Just enjoy it, Mr. Cuts, really.
And he'll keep coming back, whatever you do to his hair. So just enjoy it.
I'll only go there because it's down the road.
Yeah, just enjoy it. So yeah,
Monica's Fish Bar.
At the Monica's. So we'll move on from the cricket. This is just a small topic, but just a quick mention. I think today is the 1 year anniversary of Kobe Bryant's passing.
R.I.P.
Horrific. Horrific. Is it helicopter? crash?
Helicopter. Yeah, him and his daughter was
horrific.
And the pilot.
Obviously, yes. Yeah. So yeah. Horrific.
So yeah.
Great player, unbelievable. He was, in our lifetime, he's probably this. Obviously, I'd say second or third. Well, definitely top 5 in our lifetime. Behind obviously the King, LeBron, but. You see all the respect that he done for the game. He globalised the game. He changed the game. He was a game changer. He was a culture changer, and the amount of respect that he earned throughout the league and the world. I mean, they're still everything they do is about Kobe at the moment, and it should be as well.
Yeah, very sad. Taken way too young. So
R.I.P. Kobe Bryant.
Agreed. Well done, Beefo. The next topic on the list, Conor McGregor getting beat. Casper.
It was interesting because I honestly, he'd beaten Dustin before. He beat him in 90 odd seconds of, I think it was 6 years ago, 7 now, but 2014, I think it was 2015, and coming back, his first fight back in a year. He was his last 2 fights, he hasn't been the same Conor as in to the press conferences. He's been very respectful, which, I don't know if that's anything to change him personally, but it just doesn't seem as up for it as he once was. I don't know, because obviously he's made all his millions now. Well, he doesn't need a fight. He's got so much money. But Dustin came out, first round, he wrestled him, got him in the clinch, and to be fair, Conor done really well, and he actually, for me, I thought he won the first round, but he was getting chopped up with leg kicks, and by the second round he was...
Yeah, his leg was soup, even after it all happened, and he got his suit on, done all his interviews, he was on crutches.
Yeah, he said he's never had leg kicks like that before, and he's obviously... And then Dustin went on to knock him out in the second round, and he's got to be with Khabib. I don't know what they're saying. He's in, he's out, he's in, he's out. So that's the next fight. If Khabib stays, then it's got to be the rematch with Dustin. And Dustin arguably should have beat Khabib. He had him in a chokehold and let Khabib slip out. It was tight. He had a chance, and then obviously Khabib went on and smashed him up. And then in the co-main event, Michael Chandler went and knocked out Dan Hooker in the first round. So if Khabib doesn't come back, it's got to be Chandler against Poirier for the strap. But Dustin's already said he's not going to fight Chandler, and he wants Nate Diaz next. So who knows? Money talks. Beef, what's your opinion?
Yeah, well, Conor McGregor's a great fighter, I don't have a clue about UFC.
No. To be fair, I'm not the biggest fan, but I did see the fight.
Won't
it
be
was
a big
entertaining,
topic, but it's when someone like Conor's fighting, you've got to talk about
that's
it.
That's it. But yeah, I think I haven't really got anything to add. So, Beef doesn't have much to add as usual. I don't really know why he's involved, to be honest.
But Beef's the top football commentator in the world.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Any sing songs?
We'll move on to the NFL.
No, I never want to be.
So it was the... I don't know what they call it. It was basically the semi-final, wasn't it?
It was the AFC and the NFC championship.
The conference finals,
yeah, for both conferences.
So we'll start with the Packers versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Cheers, mate.
Just to let everyone know, Casper is a Green Bay Packers fan, and they got beat.
Massive.
And Tom Brady is 43 and still absolutely...
Still got it. Played really well.
Still got the old magic. Hitman, if you're listening.
That'll be Hitman.
Have you still got the old magic?
Yeah, so, another great topic for me, but unfortunately, the boys and AR12, we didn't get rolled over. I thought we were at one point. The first half was, defensively, we were absolutely terrible. And it was 1 at half-time. Basically, they had I think it was about 10, 15 seconds left on the clock. They went for it on 4th and 2 instead of punting. They made the first down. And then the next throw.
Yeah, it was the punting for me, really.
And then the next, Tom Brady literally just threw a dime on the next play to get a touchdown, and they went in with a nice...
For a dime?
Throw a dime, yeah. 17-point lead, I think it was at half-time.
Should have for a quarter, really. I wouldn't have bothered with the dime.
And after that, we came back well in the second half. We should have gone for it. third and goal, didn't get in, and they took the 3 points instead of going for the touchdown. And then if we got the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, we would have been all square. So shoulda, coulda, woulda, and we never got the ball back after that. And Tampa Bay, and that was it. Tampa Bay, Tom Brady, he's won 6 Super Bowls. This is his 10th Super Bowl appearance now.
Is he the record holder for the most wins?
He's got the most Super Bowls. I don't know. He's got to have the most appearances. I can't see anyone's
people
got
find
10.
it out for you.
But and then on the other side, KC went and absolutely steamrolled Buffalo, because Buffalo, I don't know how they got there, to be honest.
KC, Kansas City Chiefs, yeah?
Yeah, Kansas City Chiefs, Beef's team.
Yeah, the Chiefs, really. Yeah, great.
You picked him last week, Beef, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we're going to win the Super Bowl. That's all I know.
Beef's a big Chiefs fan.
I'm a big Chiefs fan.
Who's the favourites for the final, Casper, for the Super Bowl?
It'd be the Chiefs.
Yeah,
They've got
yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes. I always think
He recovered from concussion to play, did he?
He did, and he's got a foot problem. He has a big toe. I think
I've got a big toe as well. I don't think it's a problem.
I think most people have big toes.
You've got
two of them,
gout.
actually.
You've got gout. That's your problem, fat mess. No, he had a big toe injury, so another 2 weeks. Super Bowl's not in for 2 weeks now, so he's got 2 weeks of rest. So I can't. I would be on the Chiefs big. I can't see him losing. Can't see him losing, even against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. He's got a good team round him, but the Chiefs are just so explosive, and we were scoring points against him. I can't see them stopping Kansas City to go back-to-back. First team since Tom Brady in 2003, I think it was, with the New England Patriots. So bit of history on the game as well, but it'll be a great watch. But yeah, Beef, how are you getting on?
Yeah, well, like the Chiefs, really. So I've got to say on the matter.
Well, I think we've covered that. So
Yeah,
when is Super
now.
Bowl, Casper?
It is week Sunday, whatever date that is. Someone have a
You
look.
can't even do your big Super Bowl get-together this year, can you?
Absolutely. Normally have a Super Bowl party, but cheers, Boris. All the
Okay.
best. You're just jealous that
Did you
you're
say
not
that,
invited.
Carl?
7th of February it is. Fat.
So yes, I think we're done with NFL. So to finish off, we've got a debate really that we had a debate amongst the people that run this podcast, us three that are on there, and Alan Kimber, who is the technical side of it all.
So our big out.
Me and Casper are big cricket fans, and Charlie and Alan thought it wasn't even worth talking about. But so we've
Alan wanted the bowls mentioned, the indoor bowls this week. Bit of Alex Marshall or whatever his name is.
Marshall.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically the debate is the top 5 UK sports.
UK, okay.
I guess by watching or by participation?
I was just going to say, what's your opinion on it, really?
Well, my opinion on cricket is that it's huge in this country.
I would go, obviously.
It is. I think officially it is the second most watched sport.
I believe so, but I obviously would go ping pong 1.
Yeah.
No, I'd go football 1, cricket 2, rugby. It would be union for this country.
Yeah,
3.
I don't like rugby league.
4. This is where it starts to get interesting.
Name some candidates. What sports would be up there?
It's
F1?
I believe is tennis is 4th, but I don't think tennis, as in watched, is as big as golf. I think golf's bigger, and I think more people play golf.
Participation is big. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say golf's a bigger sport in England than.
But bowls is actually right up there
I know
in terms
bowls
of
is
participation because the older
older
demographic actually.
Johnny Mac.
I think it's basically. I think as soon as you retire, you have to go and play bowls. I think it's one of the laws.
Well, maybe we should get Beef just said
John Boy
off the whiskies and getting down the bowls club.
John Boy's got his woods out and he's doing a bit of.
I think he's got all. He said to me he's got his bowls hidden in the closet. I'm not 100% sure on that. But
he did tell me he's had some deliveries from IKEA and he's just building a few wardrobes this week. I don't know why, but he said he needed one big enough to fit a human being in, but I'm not really sure why.
Only exclusively from the podcast.
John Boy, if you're watching,
all the best.
Leave those lampshades alone.
You gotta love John Boy.
John Boy.
But yeah, badminton's up there, swimming's up there.
F1's got to be up there, isn't it?
But it's not participation, is it? Viewed, it probably is.
Right.
Beef. I
didn't realise we were on about participation.
I don't know. Wow, depends.
I think participation for cricket is probably not that high, but actually watching it.
Rock bottom.
Yeah, you've got obviously athletics, rowing, things like that. That's put as in participation. But I would say the biggest 5 sports are
Football, cricket,
soccer.
rugby.
Jesus,
Wow.
football, cricket, rugby. I would have golf, and then I'd probably go
Darts
F1.
is huge now.
Darts,
It's
yeah.
whether you
Oh, yeah.
consider that a sport or not.
Yeah, darts is huge. That's
Snooker?
a great show.
Snooker anywhere out there?
I wish it was, but it's not. Still watched a lot, isn't it though? But
Yeah.
darts is ahead
I
of
think
snooker
Snooker
now.
World Championship is probably watched by millions, still, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, with the Chinese, yeah, because they bring
Yeah.
what was it?
Worldwide, yeah.
Yeah.
But even in the UK, especially the older generation, I think they.
Oh yeah, they
watch-
love it.
Yeah, they do.
It's a great sport. Get
Yeah.
involved.
Classic. So yeah, so we haven't really solved the debate, but
Well, I'm
basically
telling you the answer.
this came up because me and Casper said cricket was massive, and we think what's happened this week with England was definitely worth talking about. Whereas Alan and Charlie thought, just because Charlie doesn't know nothing about it, basically, but
Wow, this is the most boring sport ever.
they thought
Great
basically
sport.
thought that it wasn't. People don't want to listen to it, but our point was that cricket is huge in the UK, or in England especially, England and Wales Cricket Board. So I think point proven, Casper.
Well, that's not hard against the beef, is it? His point is normally irrelevant.
Just enjoy it, really. I don't know what I mean. I really don't. I bring nothing to this podcast.
You're all right on the
Well-
football, but
Yeah, once after the
And
first
the
10
pool.
minutes.
maybe next week we can have some topics about eating.
Oh, now we're
Maybe.
talking.
The dietary.
Actually,
Now
should
we're
we
talking.
just to finish off,
Yeah.
should we discuss takeaways? Top
Top
wow.
takeaways.
Casper, top 3 takeaways. Casper, what are you
Oh,
going
God,
for?
what in Swindon?
Yeah, because
Well,
there's
yeah.
a few kebab fans around here that need to be tiered. Also, we can do
Well,
next week.
I think the top 2 is either Charlie's or
Charlie's.
Wix's is
Charlie's and
number one
Wixies
by
are the
a country
top
mile.
2 easily.
Yeah,
aren't
I would have Charlie's one. But
they?
them two are
Takeaway has to be Chinese top for me.
Rendezvous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rendezvous got
I
to be.
like the Abbey Meads one though. Over the.
I think they're both under the same
Yeah, but-
ownership though. So
But he just got a better chef.
I think Domino's probably second for me.
Ooh.
Got to have a
Such
Meteor.
a national
yeah,
chain.
I don't mind it.
But you thought
I
was
don't
your
mind-
favourite ever Meteor? If you could just tell me.
Yeah,
that.
well, one time we were in Carn watching Rock and Luke Stoneham, and we had some unreal Domino's. For some reason, it was just tasted 10 times
incredible.
better.
Best Domino's
I
ever.
don't know why it was so
Absolutely
good.
piping hot. It was memorable.
Yeah,
You two are fat.
2 years ago. It was almost 2 years ago.
Probably more
Mr.
than
Carl-
that.
I'll tell you
Fish
what
and
was
chips.
2 years ago, actually.
What
Karl Page v Dave Longman.
was it?
Yep.
More than that, wasn't it?
No, it was 2 years ago.
Was it? I thought
Yep.
it was 2018.
No,
How
2019.
did Carl Page get on in that
Karl
game?
Page got pumped by Dave Longman. That's all I
He
would
got
say.
absolutely.
And,
to be fair, that night Dave played really well. He
Yeah,
did
he
play
did.
well.
and
he
then
played
I,
Carl got his ass handed
trash.
to him.
and I always play trash in money games. That's why I don't play
Because you
them
are
anymore.
trash.
Basically, yeah. I'll play you for any amount of money you want, Casper.
At
Ooh.
snooker, all the best.
I'll play you at snooker as well.
Oh. Now we have a live podcast.
Well,
First-
we can video that.
Well,
Live
FIFA ref.
stream money
It'd
match.
be-
Chief
we-
can ref for a fee.
We'll get it on in 2028 when we're all out of this. But no, I would have.
Top 3.
Goodness me, that is hard. What about like where did I have the other week? Oh God,
Monaco's Fist Bump?
what did I just say a minute ago? Mr. Cod, that's good.
Yeah,
I do enjoy Mr.
I
Cod.
do like a chippy.
What's the one by Dolts? That's a better one. York Road, that's a better chippy.
Yeah, I've never liked York Road. It's BTB's absolute favourite.
Yeah, I do BTB.
But I
loves
don't
it.
like. They got like thick chips, like steak cut chips. I don't like them.
Monaco's Fish
What's
Bar
that
are the best chips
what's
you'll
that
ever
Italian?
Trident is good by
Oh yeah, Trident.
By
is
the
nice.
Khyber.
Yeah, that's not too. Yeah, that is nice actually. What about what's that Italian round the corner from there?
from where? Fratello's.
Fratello's, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Fratello's
never
is
had it.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, beef. You
Their
need to get there.
carbonara is unreal.
Pisby's a big fan of the chicken and
I
bacon.
am a big fan of
Chicken and
Fratello's.
mushroom carbonara.
Shout out to Fratello's
They are
sponsorship
nice.
opportunities.
I had a nice
If you
steak
want your
from
name
there
on
the
the,
other
if you want
week.
the name on the podcast for Tellos, get in touch.
Free food.
But beef, what's the answer? You're the man with the answers here. You've done every joint.
Number one take. There's too many. Or
If you could
Put me
just
on
show
the
us your
spot.
Just Eat account.
shall I find my most? I had best taste kebab about 2 days ago, but it's top number.
Actually, I got a very good kebab. It just opened. Well, it's recent near me, called Fab Kebab.
Oh wow!
BTB's a big fan of Fab Kebab.
I've
It's
not-
incredible.
I've not been
It's like-
there. I've not had the luxury.
Brilliant.
Beef may have to visit.
Where is it?
Commercial Road.
Oh right, so it's literally
Shout
just
out to Fab
right
Kebab.
next to you.
About
What
free-
by Sainsbury's or whatever?
Morrison's.
Morrison.
No, it's just like right by me, basically, like 3 doors up.
Right.
PSP's
peppering there every night.
That's
where
probably
that guts come from.
Oh, I've only been there twice, but it is very, very good.
Fat.
Actually, looks nice and clean in there as well.
Domino's number 1 for beef, I think. Then Wix's kebab.
Can't have Domino's one. That's
You can't go wrong with
Domino's is good, but I wouldn't have it that often. But Meteor and chicken strippers, unbelievable.
Their cookies are something else as well.
I will give you that. The cookies are good.
I'm not a fan of the cookies.
Tell you what, don't mind the garlic bread either.
Don't like the.
To be honest, there's not many things I don't like from Domino's, to be honest.
I'm not a fan of the wedges. They're a bit.
Beef
the veggie pizza, even beef would have.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I had the stinky doner kebab pizza. It was horrible.
Here's a question for you: pineapple on pizza? Yes or no?
Get out.
Right answer.
You're definitely the sort of person to say you have it.
No chance. It's an absolute waste of a pizza.
Yeah, correct.
It's popular for some reason.
Should do a poll on that on the Twitter.
It's popular because of how stupid it is. That's why it's popular.
I don't like pineapple anyway, but even if I did, I wouldn't like it on pizza.
No, I wouldn't have pizza.
My pizza's just got to be full of meat, basically.
Some podcasts is this. Gone from the Chiefs to
Domino's.
To Fab Kebab.
Fab Kebab.
One last shout out for Mr. Cuts.
Oh yeah. Should we do a quick read for Mr. Cuts, Carlos?
If
you're in the Swindon area and needing a new fresh trim,
if you need a wonky fringe and a chunk cut out, contact Mr. Cuts near the Jovial Monk at St Andrew's Ridge.
Next to Monica's Fish Bar.
Just lastly, a little shout out to our sponsors, Swindon Hearing Specialist, Les Cavilla.
Oh, is he sponsoring this? Or is he just doing
he's
it?
Not sponsoring the podcast, but he sponsors the stream.
Ah, okay.
Dean McMackin and his travel counsellor business. Obviously, it's a bad time to be booking holidays at the moment, but Dean is top man for that. He will give you any advice in terms of when you can travel or what the restrictions are and where they are.
Yep.
And when you are able to go on holiday, very friendly and funny man. He will give you a quote, no doubt.
Nice.
No obligation.
Very nice bloke.
We're also sponsored by the Raka Triangle.
Oh.
So I think everyone in the pool world knows that the Rakas are very, very good. Top triangle in the town and in the country and in the world.
We should probably open the sponsors next time, shouldn't we? Probably should start with the sponsors.
And we've also got another sponsor. It's Carl McCulloch and his multiple businesses.
Oh, yeah.
Track Employment. He will be opening the Vale Hotel Pub in Cricklade also. So, yeah.
Part-time job for the beefer?
I doubt it with his record with turning up for jobs with Carl.
Not even in a pub, get free meals?
Chips.
No comment.
Just thanks to all of our sponsors.
Just a thank you to Alex O'Donoghue as well for no reason whatsoever.
Obviously, when we can start
Here's a
streaming
question
again.
for you. Who's 3 people you miss for a sesh? If you could go on a sesh right now, name 3 people.
Is this including you two as well?
Yeah, there's 3 there, and you get 3 more.
So all 3 of us are here.
Yeah,
I'll get 3 more. Oh, Johnny Mack's got to be up there for all of us.
Don's got to be on there as well.
Don and Johnny Mack got to be up there for both.
BTB for me as well.
Johnny Mack and BTB for me.
Oh, the only one I'd argue is there is a lot, but you got to get partner in there.
He's a nutcase.
Slip him in the back door.
He'll do anything. He's honestly something else.
BTB is top slut dropper in the in the country.
BTR got to get a mention as well.
BTR, top wife in the town.
At the Beef and Onion card game is all I would say. top card game, Beef and Onion.
I can't wait until we can all go around there and have our poker nights and pizzas.
Oh, imagine hot summer in the garden playing poker. That's where it all started.
The dream.
That seems a long time ago, to be fair.
Playing golf.
Up the hot tub.
Wow.
Playing pitch and putt. Still haven't played since BTB hit that hole in one.
Beef shot 56.
We literally haven't since then, since BTB cleaned us out.
Yeah, that's it. 210 quid.
Mental.
Outrageous.
Well, I think we'll end it there. Thanks everyone who will listen to this tomorrow when it's put onto Facebook and our YouTube channel. We plan to do it every Monday or every Tuesday after all the weekend sporting actions, so we can discuss what's happened. Again, we would like to get some guests involved. We've had a few volunteers, but obviously it's difficult at the moment. We can get them involved via Zoom, but what we're hoping to do long term is do the show live. So we'll have a camera on us and it will just go out live so we can get comments and questions and interact with everyone. So, get in touch if you want to be involved as a guest. And other than that, I'm done. Thank you very much, Casper. Thank you very much, Charlie.
I've been Beef, and you have been fantastic.
That's his sign off every week now,
And it's
isn't
goodbye from me.
Cheers all. Take care. All the best.
Thanks, everyone. See you next week.
Enjoy yourself.
Fact.